The United States Attorney General for the District of Delaware also revealed the Hunter Biden investigation is ongoing. The 2024 political implications are potentially enormous. Hunter Biden's firearm charges come as the president supports stricter gun control. Plus, you might remember the president saying this to the American public.
My son's done nothing wrong. I trust him. I have faith in him. And it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him.
Fast forward to today, a White House spokesperson said, quote, "The President and First Lady love their son and support him as he continues to rebuild his life. We will have no further comment." Former President Donald Trump wrote on Truth Social, quote, "Wow, the corrupt Biden DOJ just cleared up hundreds of years of criminal liability by giving Hunter Biden a mere traffic ticket. Our system is broken." Gray Analytics Vice President, General Counsel, and former U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama, Jay Town, joins me, as well as former federal prosecutor and former Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia, Francey Hawkes. Francey, we go first to you, and Jay, then to you. In looking, I know this is going to make a lot of people in the right hair stand on edge. It seems to me that's a rather routine plea offer based on what the charges are. Do you agree or disagree? Is this something you would charge, how you would charge, or not?
Well, Greta, I think in context, it is not reasonable. Out of context and sort of by itself, if you had random Joe on the street who had committed these offenses and it came to the Department of Justice attention and this was the plea agreement for a first offense, sure, maybe. But that's not what we have here. We have an entire laptop full of evidence of other crimes and a 5-year investigation that has now resulted in what? A couple of misdemeanor pleas and pretrial diversion. That is not how Joe Man on the street would have been treated.
Well, I guess I would agree with you, Francey, except that one line in the U.S. Attorney's statement saying the investigation is ongoing. So I'm making the assumption that the matters related to the laptop and anything else like Burisma and the questions about that are ongoing. But, I don't know why he would have put that in there. And so I sort of half agree with you, but I think this may be just the tip of the iceberg. Jay, to you.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Francey. The statement that the investigation is ongoing, it certainly caught my attention as well. But it wouldn't be normal for a prosecutor at any level to allow a plea by an information to charges and still have an ongoing investigation into that individual. You'd want to wrap it up all very neatly into one single case. And honestly, it wouldn't be normal for a defense lawyer either to allow a plea when there's still an ongoing investigation into perhaps what has to be more serious misconduct, because you're dealing away your bargaining chips, to the other case. So I don't know how much stock I put into the ongoing investigation other than that's a way of not suffering a bunch of FOIA requests and be able to wrap this up into sort of a 6E conundrum for those who might want to see what Delaware was looking at.
Francey, 5 years. Look, this is a real simple case. It comes in, if you're a prosecutor, someone comes into your office and investigator and says, I've got this, and you charge it by paper. You don't have to get an indictment. If it's going to be 2 misdemeanors, it's out the door, and the person's arraigned in 5 days. It's not a big investigation at all. This went on, as you noted, 5 years. I would like to know, as a taxpayer, how much this cost us, because he waited until 5 years to take a plea, to negotiate a plea, and what in the world was the prosecutor doing for 5 years?
Well, I don't know, Greta. There's no normal criminal case that should take that long when it results in this kind of plea agreement. And to Jay's point about a defense attorney allowing Hunter Biden to plead guilty, Greta, think about it. You're a defense attorney. You were a defense attorney. You know that if Hunter Biden has these convictions behind him and then the Department of Justice were to bring further charges from that laptop and take it to trial, those charges could be used against him were he to testify, because at least 1 or 2 of them are probably crimes of moral turpitude. What defense attorney is going to let him have cross-examination or impeachment material against him by having him plead before the investigation is finished? I think the investigation is ongoing language is bogus and merely meant to defeat any future subpoenas or requests from Congress.
You know, Jay, if I were running against President Biden, I would take issue with, all the support. Look, I know he loves his son. He says, I trust him. It's like, I don't know how you can trust him. I mean, the guy has serious drug problems, or he has had them. He's now lied. He's going to admit that he, has these tax violations. We've seen everything. But, the President of the United States, I realize he loves his son, but he does have a stronger obligation, I think, not to be going around saying these things about his son.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you wonder if those statements weren't for an audience of one, whether that be Merrick Garland or David Weiss, the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, that my son did nothing wrong.
No. What's worse is if the president believes that. I mean, because the rest of us didn't. I mean, the rest of us have been in the system. We've seen people who have drug problems. I mean, did either one of you believe that that you trusted him on this? Did you? Okay. And the president does, and he's the one who's making decisions for the nation. That's just, I think, a huge political problem for him. Jay?
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you, Greta, for sure. And frankly, all of this Hunter Biden criminal activity, whether it's related to Ukraine or Burisma or these misdemeanor tax counts, or the laptop, all of it has really been swept under the rug, or at least tried to be swept under the rug from the very beginning. It does feel very orchestrated to me. Unfortunately, the only body probably left investigating anything to do with Hunter Biden and the influence that he may or may not have been peddling in Washington, D.C., is going to be the United States Congress. And to some extent, that's pretty feckless, because all they can do is refer charges to a Biden Justice Department. So I tend to believe we're at the end of the Hunter Biden saga here.
Well, Francey said that she thought it was bogus. It's an ongoing investigation. I took the bait. I fell for it. I assume that it's ongoing. But Francey, you say it's bogus, and Jay, you sort of do too, and you're both former prosecutors. So I guess I took the bait on that one. That's ongoing. J-Town, Francey Hawkes, thank you.